Slovakia looking at Russia like, this is my new neighbor, which is kind of funny considering they pretty much almost have identical flags. I guess Slovakia is just preparing for the worst in this case. New York in the 1500s versus York in the 1500s. Now there's New York in 2022 and York in 2022. Hey, just wait for the third installment of this in another 500 years. Maybe they'll make a comeback. Welcome to the Midwest. Choose a flavor for your state. Bleak, depressing Rust Belt state with no future, or corn. Decisions. I guess just give me the corn then. Guess I'll be able to see some crop circles and communicate with the aliens that way. When I realize French people also dislike the British. I love that there's just constantly a back and forth. Who do people dislike the most? I'm just so confused. Hey kid, wanna try eating frogs and snails? Trust me, they taste just like pork. Hey kid, wanna eat a crap ton of fried potatoes with gravy? Trust me, they're far healthier than crystal meth. Hey kid, wanna eat this bucket full of boiled crawfish? Trust me, I boiled them alive while adding every spice on the planet to make sure they didn't smell funny. Ah yes, the French and their, well that's Quebec. What flag is this? Oh, it's basically the French flag for Louisiana. Cajun France. Okay, not gonna lie though, 2 out of 3 of these don't sound too bad. Can someone please tell me why all balconies in the UK are so tiny? How do British people fit in them? Oh yeah, yeah, forgot about that. We a little too big for this stuff in the States, I guess. Go touch grass, yeah? Where? Where can I touch grass? This phrase doesn't really work for certain places in the Gulf Coast or Arizona or Australia. Descendants of the Japanese Imperial Army before and after versus descendants of the Chinese farmers before and after. By showing this meme alone, I've just increased my social credit by 3,000 points. When you give them free will and they use it to live in Ohio. We literally went from it's all Ohio just like a year or 2 ago to just nothing but Ohio slander at this point. Maybe literally everybody has really been living in Ohio this entire time and now they're just sick of it. Wikipedia editors, when they find out Queen Elizabeth has the no-no virus. That's why I got her back there. Stay strong, Queen. Britain and France, seeing who can commit the most atrocities and still be considered the good guys. It's okay when we do atrocities because we are the good guys. Straightest building in Chechnya, least religious building in Poland, least conservative building in Hungary, peak of Slovak architecture. No one constructs things like this region of Europe, that's for sure. Russia standing behind Ukraine with this giant bat, all the while they have no idea an even bigger foe stands behind them. And this really is the case since they are all a part of NATO. This is a much bigger and spikier bat that I don't know Russia is prepared for. Wait, I just realized, why isn't Austria in NATO? That's an odd one. I figured it's one of those neutrality things, just like Switzerland and Sweden. Me cleaning my car after driving through France censored. I love that this rivalry will never end. Dear Mr. Putin, that was not very nice. Best regards. Playing diplomatically, I see. Football players choosing which indefensible crime to commit in order to ruin their thriving career. Ah, that looks like a nice one. I love that this works regardless of what football you're thinking of. This is just kind of a theme in a lot of sports. Border control in Poland be like, as long as it's not any sort of Russian flag. That's a unique edit. What would Europe look like if all ice melted? You probably shouldn't have made this map because I think Sweden is totally down for this universe. They're now going to be actively trying to get us to this point, just pumping even more carbon dioxide in the air to lose Denmark. Most healthy, silly American general versus weakest general in the most glorious Indonesia. Whoa, this guy is ripped. Is this the Giga Chad of Indonesia? I feel like it should be mandatory to be super yoked up in this position. Europe literally right now versus Asians. I don't know who's writing this season of Earth. There are so many twists. And the winner of the most boring state in the United States of America goes to Delaware. I mean, what is going on in Delaware? I am trying to think. I remember I did this video about trying to describe every state with only one word. I don't even know what I picked with Delaware. Nothing? I literally just picked small along with Rhode Island. That's genius move right there. I think that tells you a lot. Yes, and only Texas and California will have you. Where would you go? Uh-oh. I would oof myself at the gate of the airport. I just want to know the original question to this. Is this an actual interview taking place on television? It's been strange seeing Texas get dragged down with us Californians. What are the 3 most disliked states? California, Texas, and Ohio? At least Delaware is just boring. It could be worse. Should we let Florida sink into the ocean? 1.5 billion views. I bet you if we actually held a nationwide vote on this, it'd pass overwhelmingly. Germans not shutting the frick up because they aren't causing the world war this time. I don't see any Germans technically talking about this? It seems like it's everybody else surprised it's not Germany. Russian MFers explaining why they need more land despite having a surface area larger than Pluto. This is actually a really good point. Literally the biggest country by land area on Earth, and yet still not enough. And it's literally not even close. They're almost double the size of the second place country, Canada. You would think they'd chill. Central Europeans taking a bite of their onion fried pig blood with a side of sour cream and fermented beetroot. It's like an explosion inside my mouth. What did that one kid say?
The flavors are melting on my tongue.
Most of the world being like, take it, bro, to Ukraine. Thanks, pals, as Germany, not the greatest fan. Yeah, Germany's trying to walk a fine line because of all that Russian gas. Me and the boys watching a few Ukrainians frick up a whole column of Russian vehicles. Now I just really want to have Joe Rogan commentate over everything that's going on in Eastern Europe. That would definitely be entertaining. Putin getting ready to invade Belgium because 62,000 ethnic Russians live there. 0.5% of the total population, making Belgium rightfully historically Russian land. And that whole wide Putin meme just doesn't hit the same anymore. Are you Kurdish? Adam Smith asks in a letter to Karl Marx. He never replied. Whoa. Now that's wild. A 27-year-old man from India attempted to sue his parents for giving birth to him without his consent. He claimed it was wrong to bring a child into this world because they have to put up with lifelong suffering. Talk about the least depressed Indian man on earth. This isn't a bad idea. Maybe I'll do the same thing. Someone Googled, can a Indian, well, you wanted to see to go to MIT, but these results, what are these results, please? Do Indian girls love K-pop? Can a Indian go to Pakistan? Not after these autocompletes. Can a Indian, that's key, not to write it with the an. Wow, this really is pretty real. Can a Indian girl join BTS? I am curious though, can a Indian be a K-pop's idol? Like technically K-pop is Korean. I don't know. Is there iPop? When you were buying Russian gas, I studied the blade. When you were giving free healthcare, I mastered the precision airstrike. While you wasted your days criticizing American hard power, I cultivated combat troops. And now that the world is on fire and the barbarians are at the gate, you have the audacity to come at me for help. Still one of my favorite memes of all time. I actually know this by memory. Had cowboy times, pretty much circles the entire Western Hemisphere, versus did not have cowboy times. Cringe, everyone over here. I would love to know about the cowboy times in South America. That'd be interesting. Why is Ukraine following New Jersey? LMAO. They only follow a few accounts, and New Jersey is one of them. Wow, talk about based. Pack it up, New York. It's over. I just love that all this stuff is real. They only follow 24 accounts, but yes, New Jersey is one of them. I get following different countries, Canada, Poland, Great Britain, Australia. It is also kind of funny that they follow certain countries and not others. But of all US states, New Jersey? And they don't even have like an American USA Twitter account. I mean, they could have followed California, but no. I guess even they know it's not based enough. Average Protestant work ethic fan? All they know is work, get home, play work simulator. Versus Portugal and Spain, average siesta enjoyer. I should skip work for 14 years. 2 p.m. What a great time to sleep. I had no idea I was Portuguese until this very moment. I've been taking siestas for like the last several years. Taking naps during the hottest time of the day is the best. Oh, I'm gonna move to the Iberian Peninsula. Countries occupied by the British Empire, watching the British appropriate their superior cuisine and fail miserably at it. Incredible work there, British Empire. The disbelief, the horrors that they've caused. Harry Potter and the flying wheelie bin of, this place that I don't want to mispronounce because I know everyone's gonna make fun of me in the comments. Dang, how'd that thing go up so high? Wow, does the wind really blow this much in the UK? I don't think you guys have tornadoes over there, do you? It seems like tornado or hurricane force winds. Peak Hungarian television. Now this looks like some fun stuff. And this looks like daytime television too. Could you imagine what they play at night? I know I'm really late to the party on this one, but I've just learned that the Hungarian language is apparently one of the hardest in the world to know. Man, it might be worth it just to figure out what these gentlemen are talking about. We've already seen this meme format, but Russia has no plans for aggression, has never attacked anyone in its history. This one just has a really good edit with it, with way more flags. Thank you. I don't even know if this is enough though. Europeans when Americans can't name every person in the Puppenfurten family and their impact on level culture, as if we were taught anything at all in school. You'd be surprised at the crazy amount of things that I still don't know about, but there's like some 12-year-old European that learned about it in like the 3rd grade. I can't help it. Like, I don't know really why they were teaching us the way they were teaching us. It's like the education system. I was taught US history just over and over and over again, nothing else. I went back in time and oofed all Texans. Oh, wait, Oklahoma, you should... Yeah, you shouldn't have done that, Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. Be careful with that time machine next time. Americans casually trying to avoid hurricanes destroying their houses and neighborhoods. British people whenever the weather is a little more windy than usual. I mean, it is understandable. The British weather can be very depressing. I think I'd like to deal with an annual hurricane every once in a while and still be able to see the sun for the rest of the year. I know the UK is going on like 1,000 days without seeing it. British people eating beans for breakfast versus Mexicans eating beans for breakfast. Do British people only eat beans for breakfast? It's not like a lunchtime thing? There's still so much to figure out. And big thanks to my Patreon supporters. Young Waifu, Fat Nuts, Gerbil Boy, Why Am I Doing This, Sussy Melody, RyeThePie, Nora the Bald Free Smiley Philipp RF, Ortin 5610, Drews, Argentinian Alex Whitley is Mega Chad, Alfonso M6, aPhatNarwhal, AryanAfterHours, Bringbackpolandball, Canadian Union, istoledrewspetdog, LuxembourgLover, Majestic Unicorn, Max Cooper, McBlorf, and Mimoshiki.